to my channel. My name's Angela and this is Devon Thread Tales. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today I'm going to be doing my 1 week Me Made July little series that I do 1 week per month, just sort of following what I wear in a week that's me made, hopefully. Sometimes it's not always homemade, and also a little bit of an insight of what I do as well. But before I do that, I just wanted to do a bit of an update of where I am with sewing, vlogging, Instagram, all that kind of thing. So if you don't want to listen to that, that's fine. Just shoot forward and then you can see what I've been wearing for the rest of the week. That's absolutely fine. I haven't been vlogging quite as much recently, and I know lots of you have sort of said about it, and you've also sort of said how you miss what I've been doing, and I really appreciate that. It's so lovely of you. And I've kind of had to do a bit of an evaluation of where I am with things and what I'm doing, and life has just been so busy, and I keep saying, oh, I promise I'm going to do a roundup of the things that I've made, and I just don't get around to doing it because I've been so busy. And the reason being is that my work, the accountancy firm, we've just been flat out. It's just been so busy. I obviously took on the little job at the school, which I absolutely adore and love, and I do not want to give that up for anything because it's so much fun. But obviously that's put an awful lot more pressure on me has put pressure on me time-wise. I just don't have any time. And a little while ago, I have to say, it got a little bit too much and I felt quite sort of low and not really very great, and then I wasn't sewing and all that kind of thing. And I feel like it's a good thing to be honest, because I kind of come in here and go, hello, hi, how are you, blah blah blah, all the rest of it, but I just haven't felt brilliant. I'm fine, I'm absolutely fine, but life's hectic, isn't it? And sometimes you kind of get on and you get through it and you do it and all the rest of it, and then sometimes it's too much. And really it is just about me trying to figure out some time management, making sure that my work life balance is absolutely right. And whilst I've been trying to do that, obviously things like vlogging have gone completely out the window. So that's really why I've been a little bit sort of low on putting videos up and things like that. But I really don't want to give it up. I really enjoy doing it. I enjoy chatting with you guys and all the rest of it. So it's something that I really want to do. But right now, right here, all three of my children are home for the summer holidays. And in September, that's going to be it. They're all going to be off. They're all going to be doing their own thing, potentially. Not quite sure what my youngest daughter's going to be doing yet, but she's just finished her A-levels. And it's been really stressful here, obviously, with exams going on and everything, and trying to be a support for my daughters and what have you. So again, that's, you know, another reason into not having the time. So I have decided that over the summer holidays, I'm going to just take the pressure off completely. And what I might do is post the odd video where I maybe chat to you and do this, like a 1 week Me Made August or what have you, and maybe talk through the fabrics that I've bought or patterns that I want to make and what have you. But until I get to September, I'm not promising anything. I'm just going to get through the summer holidays and enjoy being with my family and having that time, and hopefully sorting out what my work life balance is going to be. So maybe that's a bit heavy, and I'm really sorry if it is and you're not interested, that's fine, but I just wanted to kind of put you in the picture of where I am with that. In terms of Instagram, the reason I haven't been posting on Instagram quite so much is I'm not a big fan of Instagram, and I used to really love it. I used to love going on there and posting about my stuff and then going on and having inspiration from other people. But I went on there the other day and literally everything is just full of adverts and things, which it never seemed to be like that. And I put a post out on Instagram on my stories asking for some advice about how to stop that, and loads of people have come back with things. So I'm going to make sure I do all the things that they've told me to do, and hopefully I'll fall in love with Instagram a little bit as well. But I think whilst I was not feeling all that great and not sewing all that much, I think I had a bit of FOMO. So every time I went onto Instagram, if I saw that there was a challenge that I hadn't heard about, or somebody was making the latest pattern, or somebody'd made, you know, 2,300 different items of clothing, I was like, oh, I'm not doing anything and I need to get on with it. And just I kind of thought, oh, this is not healthy at all. And I kind of wanted to make sure that I looked after myself, looked after my own mindset, and so I kind of came off it altogether. I didn't even look at Instagram, let alone post anything. And I think that was a healthy thing to do. I think I'm feeling okay now, and I think I can go back to doing that again. This might be too much information, and if it is, I'm really sorry. So yeah, I've just sort of kind of had a break from all that kind of thing, and just very irregularly posting on here. So that's kind of my work-life balance. That's my family and sort of children home and all that kind of thing. And that's why I'm not promising anything over the next month to 6 weeks or so. I'm just going to do me, do what's right for me and my family, and then hopefully in September I can get back to, you know, a bit of gusto and get some sewing plans, sewing makes, and maybe even some tutorials again as well. What I might do is, when I've got some spare time, I might do a little video on just all my work in progresses and get some votes in maybe about what you think I should finish first or do. Okay, shall I get on with the week? Let's get on with the week. So I have just got back from being away picking up my daughter from uni. She graduated this weekend and her boyfriend graduated this weekend, so we spent the weekend up there, and I'll put a couple of pictures in of our time spent up there. It has just been the most amazing weekend. Absolutely shattered, but it was just amazing meeting all of her friends' family. I met her boyfriend's family who live in New Zealand, so we've not met them before, so that's just been absolutely fantastic. We've just had a really great time. So Monday morning, I'm very late for work, and but I thought, you know, I'm just going to take my time. It's fine. Going to the office, I can stay a bit later. It's okay. I didn't get up and do anything stupid like boot camp or anything like that this morning, although I might go tonight. So today I am wearing the dress that I was meant to sew for the Sew Frugal 2022 challenge, which was run by Sam from Frugalissima and Ruan from the Yorkshire Sew Girl. And they put together this challenge last year, which was frugal frocks, and this year was just Sew Frugal. So you had to sew a garment that was a free pattern or free to you, and also free fabric. So either fabric that was in your stash already, or something, a fabric that you could take, like, you know, an old curtain or something like that. So I decided, rather than making a pattern that I had or that I could get for free, I decided to actually copy a dress that I already owned that was a ready-to-wear dress. It was a Marks and Spencer's dress, which I really liked, and I purchased it, and then I've worn it, you know, I've kept it. I haven't just taken the pattern off it and given it back, although that's a good idea. So I bought this dress, I really liked it, and I decided I wanted to copy it. So I made it out of this fabric that I've had in my stash for quite some time. I bought it from John Lewis, and I bought it while I was out visiting my daughter, and also went and met a friend of mine that I've been talking to on Instagram quite some time, but we hadn't met before. This was the first time we'd met, and we went into John Lewis and I bought this fabric, and her name's Kelly. So I've decided that this is my Kelly dress. So it's a beautiful, beautiful red fabric with all these different flowers and things in it. I really like it. And the dress itself has got princess seams that run all the way down and down the back. And then in the front, I don't know if you're going to be able to see, it's actually got these sort of triangular sections that make the skirt flare out. And I just really like it. It's buttoned all the way down the front. I felt like it was quite an easy thing to copy, and I just laid it out and really took my time. The only thing that I feel like I've made a mistake with is I copied the sleeves absolutely as they were, forgetting that probably there was some ease getting the sleeve head in. So I feel like I possibly could have given the sleeves a little bit more room around here. Now, anybody that's a dressmaker or really into fitting might notice, but you know what, nobody else is going to notice, and it's fine, you know, it's absolutely fine. Maybe when I'm sat down at my desk later and I have to reach across, yeah, see, just feels slightly tight there, but I mean slightly, it's not really, really tight. But all in all, I'm so delighted with how this has come out, and I haven't yet shared it with you guys, so this is the first time I'm sharing it, and I haven't even put it on Instagram or anything. But because of the challenge that Sam and Ruan put on, it's what drove me to make this. I didn't do it in time for the challenge, but that's okay. I was listening to Lucy from Geek Petite this morning, and she wanted to join in. There was a t-shirt challenge in June, and she just didn't have a chance, but she's getting on with it anyway and just doing it in July. And it's like, yeah, you don't have to do it in the time if you just don't have time. But these people that set up these challenges, they kind of give you those ideas and enable you to do these things. So it's really great. So I am really grateful to Sam and Ruan, even though, like I said, I didn't get a chance to enter the competition. I'm really grateful to them that I was able to have some inspiration to get on and do it. But yeah, all in all, very, very pleased with this. And the fabric is, well, it's just a really light viscose fabric. So yeah, really nice. Anyway, I have talked way too much. I'm now 10 minutes in and it's only day one, but I'm hoping that I've kind of put everybody sort of, you know, everybody knows now where I am with things, and it's okay with that. So anyway, I will stop yabbering on and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Hello, so it's still Monday, but I just thought I would do a very quick update, because one of the things, and I don't think I mentioned it this morning, is I haven't worn this dress really very much at all. I wore it once after I'd made it, because I was like, oh, I've made a dress, I'm going to make it, I'm going to wear it. And after I had worn it, a couple of people, I think I went with a bit of a wrong attitude, but I'd said to a couple of people, oh, I'm not really sure about it. and I kind of got the comment back of, oh, it's quite old fashioned, isn't it? Maybe it's the combination of the fabric with the dress or something, I don't know. I'll stand up again so you can see it again. So yeah, so I think that kind of put me off a little bit, and that combined with, I was worried that the shoulders were a little bit too tight, but I've worn it to work all day today. And actually, I really like it. The only problem today has been, I've been a bit cold. It's very, very lightweight, thin, like viscose fabric, like I said this morning. But so other than that, it's been fine. But it's really swooshy and really nice. And yeah, I don't know why I haven't taken it out of the cupboard. Maybe because of the comments I'd had before, and which possibly was my own fault, because I'd sort of almost encouraged them by going, oh, I'm not really sure, what do you think? Whereas I should have just gone, oh yeah, I made it and I really like it. And then maybe nobody would have said those things to me. Anyway, I just thought I'd update you on that and say how I wasn't sure about it. Really glad I've worn it, because now I think I'll take it out and wear it more often. And I think we should all try that sometimes. If there's clothes that you have in your wardrobe that you're not sure about or you don't wear very often, just force yourself to wear it one day. Because then by the end of the day, you'll have a bit of a, do you know what? Yeah, I really don't like this. I'm just going to get rid of it. Stop wasting time and wasting space in your cupboard and get rid of it. Or you'll soon discover that actually you've got a garment in your room. Oh, here comes dog again. In your room or in your cupboard that you actually really quite like, and you'll get more wear out of it. Anyway, thoughts for the day, that's all. While I'm stood here, I'm just going to show you my eldest daughter, who we got from uni yesterday. She has really got into embroidery, and I'm going to put a couple of images up on the screen now to show you some of the embroidery that she's been doing. Honestly, they are so wonderful and so gorgeous. And I know this is a sewing channel, which embroidery is kind of sewing, but I just wanted to show, because she's just taken to it. She's just kind of taught herself by looking at things online, but she's made me a very simple but very, very lovely little thing to put in my sewing room. How cute is that? It's just absolutely lovely. It's even got a tiny thread of cotton coming down and into the needle of the sewing machine. I just think that is the sweetest thing ever. So I'm going to be hanging that in my sewing room once I get back in there, because it's her bedroom at the moment. Anyway, I'm definitely going to leave you there. I've had a good day at work. I'm going to be going to boot camp tonight, so I'll definitely see you in the morning. Bye. Hello, so it's Tuesday today, and I'm off to work. I'm going into my office. I've been up this morning. I've gone to a PT session at the gym. It's always hard getting up in the morning, but once you've done it and you've gone, you feel really, really good. I couldn't do it yesterday. I was just too tired from all the traveling, but it's really good this morning. I've really enjoyed it. So I am off to work in just a second. I've had my breakfast and showered and all the rest of it. I haven't had time to blow dry my hair, so I've just put it back wet, but anyway, it's fine. So today I have got on a Cashmerette Appleton dress, and it's really interesting actually that I've got this on today, because I edited and uploaded my 1 week me made June video, which I'll put a link in up here, yesterday, and I uploaded it and everything, and I wore a Vogue wrap dress while I was in that video. And I've said on the video how I prefer the Appleton because I think it fits better, and I've put this on today And actually, I've got a funny feeling the Vogue dress fits better, so it's a bit strange really. Basically, on my Vogue dress, the shoulders come out to where my shoulders should be, which is sort of, there's that bony bit there, and this is about an inch short there and there. Now this is different from the Vogue dress because it has a band that goes around, and actually I said that I was worried about wearing my Vogue one because I was worried about it gaping open, but actually this comes down a lot lower. So funny really that I did that, and then I'm wearing this today, and I can definitely see that there's a difference. So just quickly about the dress, obviously it's a proper wrap dress, it's not a faux wrap dress. There's a little buttonhole here, and the tie from this side goes in and through and around, and obviously tie it around, and I've just tied it into a bow in the middle. It comes down to my knee. I don't think it has other options for length, although obviously you could just lengthen it, but I do think it has other sleeve options. Now, I got this as part of a kit. This fabric is actually from a Sew Hayley Jane box, and I swapped it because I had a different colourway and I wasn't very keen on it, and one lady liked the colour I had and I really liked the colour she had, so she very kindly swapped with me, which was great. But I did this in this fabric, not the fabric from my Guthrie Garney kit, which is the kit that I bought for the Appleton dress. The fabric I've got is a totally plain jade green, and I think I'm going to make that with long sleeves. So I'm holding off for a minute from using that fabric and making that because I'd quite like that for an autumn/winter dress. But I have bought some other fabric because I really like the style of a wrap dress. And I've bought this really fun fabric. It's like sort of a jadey green. If I can, I'll try and put an image up on the screen. But a jadey green with these little leopards on it, that I bought from Make It 140. And I'm totally copying. I saw somebody else on Instagram had made a wrap dress in that fabric, and I was like, oh, I love that. And I walked into Make, and there was the fabric. So I was like, I'm going to get that. So I don't know, I can't even tell you who it was on Instagram that I saw. I was just flicking through, you know, months and months and months ago. I was flicking through and I saw the dress come up, and I was like, oh, that's lovely. But I need to do something about this. So now I feel a little bit conflicted. Do I adjust this pattern so that it fits me properly up here? Because as you can see, because it's not quite sitting there, it eventually kind of rides up, and I get these little kind of ruches sticking up like that, which is a bit odd on my shoulders. So I don't know whether to make the wrap dress from Vogue and actually forget about the Appleton. I don't know what to do, because looking at the video that I played and I was uploading and editing yesterday, I think I actually now prefer the Vogue dress to this, and now I'm like, oh no, I don't know what to do. So if you've got any ideas, that would be really great. Just say, do I adapt this and kind of change this bit and just make this dress, or do I make the Vogue dress out of my fabric that I really love? Because I really want to make that leopard dress. I would never, prior to sewing, I would never make anything, I'd never wear anything that was sort of, you know, a little bit out there. And I don't really think that what I've got on now is sort of out there, but I certainly wouldn't have even gone as much as this kind of pattern. And it's funny, actually, I was watching Ruan from the Yorkshire Sew Girl this morning while I was getting dressed, and I was watching her plans video for July, and she's saying, oh, you know me, I like pattern and everything. And it just looks so wonderful and so gorgeous. And she's like, I like animal print like this. And I just want to be a little bit more daring and sort of try some more more brave things, like wearing animals on my clothes, or, you know, that kind of thing, big bold flowers. I've seen this fabric, it's dinosaur fabric at Make. And it's just a cotton, but I work in a school where all their classes are named after dinosaurs, and I'm like, oh, I'm so like this. Do I get the dinosaur fabric? Do I make myself a dress to wear to work? Because I think the kids would go mad. I think they would love it. But I'm like, oh, am I brave enough? I don't know. Anyway, let me know what you think. So I'm rambling on enough. I need to go to work. I will see you later. Bye. Hiya. So sorry about the wobbly camera, but totally forgot to record before I left to go to work this morning. I've been a bit of a rush. I've been to boot camp, which was great fun. It was like a circuit session this morning, so really great. And and I'm walking to work now. So it is always a bit of a rush, but I've got on my kilo wrap dress, which is very bright indeed. So I'll try and show that to you properly a bit later on. But yeah, so I'm walking to work. A little bit gutted. My colleague has said that she's really poorly, which is such a shame. But she's so lovely and such a good giggle when we're in the office together. So I'm going to be in all on my own today. But I always enjoy it in the school, so I'm sure it'll be absolutely fine. So yeah, so I'm on my way into work, and Ellen's got her prom tonight. And it's not a prom like a year 11 prom like they have with the big dresses and everything. It's the end of the whole of school, like the end of year 13. So I'm going to try and get home in time to see her before she goes. And if I can, I'll put some pictures in of her as well. But yeah, it should be a good day today, but I'll see you later. Bye. Hiya, so I'm now home from work, and it's been a very long day. It's been very busy. Like I said this morning, my colleague wasn't in today, so it was a little bit sad, I'm not gonna lie, but it was okay. It was fine. Lots to do, and always crazy in the school, so lots of running around, but I had a lovely evening last night. I was just going to very quickly slip in. I did a bit of videoing of the Zoom call that I had with Karen last night, so I'm just going to pop that in here. Hi.
Hello.
We've been zooming. Oh, what are you wearing, Karen?
Oh, this is the Lewis dress by Poppins and Buttons.
It's very cute.
One that I've done ages ago, actually. Yeah, I'll stand up and show you a little.
Love it. And show us the dress that you. Show us the dress that you finished behind you, if you don't mind, or is that?
Yes. So this is my Colette Peony dress.
Gorgeous. That fabric is just amazing.
So I've just done a little tutorial on wearing the bodice and doing the bias band hem. So that's on my YouTube channel, people, if you want to watch.
I'll link the video below.
Yeah, well, the bias band hem. Well, that's going up on Sunday, so it's not quite live yet.
Okay. No, it looks gorgeous. We've had a good old chat, but we're gonna go off now, aren't we? So I'll see you later.
Yeah.
Bye. So I always enjoy my little Zoom calls that I have with Karen. They're always good fun. I've been in a little bit of quandary recently about what to sew. I feel like, and it's funny actually, because I know I mentioned earlier or on one of the other videos this week that I was watching Ruan from the Yorkshire Sew Girl. She was saying how she's got all these plans and she doesn't know what to make. And that's exactly how I feel. I've got so many things that I want to make that I'm not making anything because I can't make a decision. She just kind of, maybe I should put all the patterns that I want to make on a piece of paper and put them in a bowl and pull it out like a lucky dip. I could do that, couldn't I? I don't know, maybe that's a silly idea. Anyway, maybe I could ask you guys. While I was on the phone to Karen last night, sorry, I do go off on little tangents, don't I? While I was on the phone to Karen last night, I decided to just work on a couple of my work in progresses. So one of the things that I did is that Ellen had a bag that she painted, and it's absolutely beautiful, really stunning. She loves ducks, which is very strange, but anyway, she does love ducks. So she painted a duck on the front of a canvas bag that she just bought from Hobbycraft. But unfortunately, with use of the bag broke because it had these little metal rings in it, and they just, the fabric all sort of ripped and everything. So I bought a new bag from Hobbycraft, same sort of type, but this time without the rings on it, just a bag like this, which is totally plain. And I cut off the image that she had painted on her other bag, and I've sewn it on like it is a pocket. I just think that's really cute. So she's now actually got this as a pocket on the front. I was thinking about putting some applique duck feet on the back, but I showed Ellen what I'd done so that her duck bag was you know, saved, as it were, and she was like, actually I'm really quite happy with it how it is, but isn't that painting of the duck just the cutest? It's really good. She's so good. Anyway, so she has gone off on her prom tonight, and unfortunately she's not wearing anything me made, but it's not her year 11 prom where they wear the big dress and everything. I feel like I've said this already, so if I've said it on one of my other videos, I am sorry. But it is, so it's like her year 13 leaving and they're going out for a meal and all that kind of thing, which is lovely. But she's wearing a jumpsuit that she bought. So I will put a couple of pictures up of her, or even possibly her and her boyfriend, up on the screen so you can see. And she looked lovely. She looked really nice. So that was really lovely. Anyway, what am I doing? I'm meant to be showing you what I'm wearing. Sorry. So I'm wearing my kilo wrap dress. So this is a really lovely dress. I have not worn this a huge amount, but in the last few weeks I've worn it a few more times and have just very much enjoyed wearing it. It's quite nice because you can pull it in nice and cinched in at the waist, but like today I had my dinner and then I felt really quite bloated, so I just kind of undid it and loosened it, because the kilo wrap dress looks like, if you haven't seen it before, which I'm sure you have, looks like this. So it's a really peculiar shape. And what you do is you can either just sort of loosely tie it, or you can wrap it around like I had. So you literally pull the straps over the front and you bring them around the back, pulling them nice and tight, and then like that. And depending on what fabric that you use, you can create lots of different fab designs. So this is the only one I've made, but I've seen people make this out of a stripy fabric and it creates all these really interesting kind of like shapes on the front, which I quite like. But sort of, as you can see, it sort of all kind of twists around and goes like that. But I think it's quite a flattering shape, and I know it's got sort of quite a lot of fabric here, but because of the way it's folded, it falls really nicely. It's got a seam that goes right the way down the back, and then two darts down here. It's got some bust darts. I actually added, what did I add? I added a little bit of height to where the armpit comes, because I think on the original pattern it comes to about here. So I added a little bit more, and then I put on a facing, and I think that was Adele from Button and Pip that advised me how to do that, because she said, oh, it's really, really low. So I made this out of fabric that I bought from material girl Laura, who used to have a shop, but unfortunately she closed her shop. But this was one of the fabrics that I bought from her, so it was really lovely. But yeah, so that's what I've had on today. I've really enjoyed it. Ellen's gone off to her prom. I think, because I've had quite a tough day today and I've got a bit of a headache, my husband's gone out, Katie, Amy and I are at home, and we're like, do you know what? I think we might just go and get some takeaway food and go and sit up on the hoe and enjoy the scenery and just have some fresh air and chill and not worry about cooking and dishes. So I think that's what we're going to do for the rest of the evening. Anyway, I will love you and leave you there. I will see you tomorrow. Bye. So I've just come down to find my husband working at the dining room table. Just happens to be wearing a me-made shirt. You happy with your shirt, John?
Very nice shirt.
Yeah. Oh, sounds a bit nice. Very nice. Very nice. A little bit flowery, but nice. Hello. So it is Thursday today, and I'm going off to the school to do some work. Not gonna lie, I'm not feeling the love today. I have got all three of my girls home now. So Katie, I think I said, came home with us on Sunday after her graduation. And I just, for a couple of reasons, I feel like I just really want to be at home, because obviously they're all at home and I'm going to work, and I feel a bit like, I just want to be with you all and spend some time with you. But the other reason is, as you can probably see, we've had people staying over, the girls are home, they've got loads of stuff, it's erupted everywhere. And I don't know, I feel like my house looks a little bit like a student flat now, because there's just stuff everywhere, and there gets to a point where I'm like that, I can't stand it anymore, I've got to do something. So yeah, I'm feeling a little bit like I've got to spend some time, but I've got a day off tomorrow. So when I get home from work tonight, I haven't got any plans. I'm going to try and really attack the house, so I get a really good start on it tonight, and then really, you know, go for it tomorrow as well. So hopefully then I have a nice free weekend of a nice clean tidy house and spend some time with the girls and all that kind of thing. Okay, so on to what I'm wearing very quickly, because I need to go to work. So this is the Atelier Dupe Frida blouse. Now, I haven't shared this yet. Well, I haven't been sharing anything, as you know, except for these me-mades weekly videos. So this blouse I fell in love with every time I saw anybody making them, and I think it was Andrea from Beyond the Pink Door. She did a few I think she did a tutorial on them, but she made a few, and she changed the pattern very slightly because the front yoke is only a single layer and the back yoke is a double layer, and she just changed it so they were both double layers, and I copied that. So I very, very slightly changed the pattern, but it doesn't change the look of it at all. Just the look from the inside just makes it all really nice and neat. So I decided, do you know what, I'm going to do this. I'm going to make one. I really like it. I could do with some nice blouses in my wardrobe. So I had this fabric which I'd had from Guthrie Garney years ago, and I didn't have very much of it. I really wanted to use it, but I was afraid of using it because I thought it was really beautiful fabric. So I didn't have very much, and I just thought, you know what, just go for it, just use it, it'll be fine. And I cut it all out in the size that I thought I should be. Then I went to one of the Tuesday sewing groups that Lizzie runs at Make, and Helen from Stitch Rip Repeat was there, and she had the blouse on, but thankfully she had a vest on underneath, and I said, oh, can I try it on? But she'd made the size bigger than me, and I tried it on and it really fitted really nicely. So then I was just like, oh, I've cut it out now, there's nothing I can do, and it's got quite a small seam allowance, so it just stayed in my work in progress pile for yonks, just absolutely ages. And just recently I've been trying to get through some of my work in progresses, just getting them out the way, just kind of either making a decision of, do you know what, I'm never going to wear that, let's get rid of it, or yeah, let's make it up. So I just decided, do you know what, I'm going to make this up. I made it up, and then it sat, oh gosh, wind's just taken the door, sorry. I made it up, and then it sat on a hanger in my room because I just thought, I'm never going to wear that. I'm never going to wear it. I don't like it. I don't like it in the fabric that I've made it. I love this fabric, but I didn't think the two went together. So this morning I've kind of gone, oh, let's just put it on. And I've put it on with my Sasha trousers. I'll stand up in a moment and show you. And now I'm a bit undecided because part of me is like, oh, it's a bit old fashioned and I don't like it. And the other part is actually it's a really nice shape and I quite like it. I'm really indecisive, aren't I? Anyway, I'll show you. So this is the blouse tucked in. When it's not tucked in, it sort of comes down to about there. I don't think I altered the length of it at all. So I've got it tucked into some trousers. I do need some more trousers, some more work trousers, and I do need some more work blouses as well, or just blouses for generally. It's got quite a nice little detail, sort of very small like pleat in the sleeve with like a little sleeve band around it. It's got these lovely gathers across here, and it's got a pleat in the back, which I think you'll be able to see. And then it's just got this very lovely little, what I call a grandad style collar. And I've decided to put bright pink buttons on it because I thought that worked really well with the little pink flowers that are in it. So like I say, I've kind of sat on this thinking, nah, never going to wear it. And now I'm like, actually, it's not that bad. I quite like it. Maybe I should just give it a bit more of a go. I do tend to try things on when I've been making things with like my pajamas on, and I'll just take off like either the bottoms to try something on that's the bottom, or I'll just take my top off and try it on. So maybe it was just the combination of the pajama bottoms with the top, I don't know, but I was like, oh, I don't like that. Anyway, so I'm quite pleased with it. Like I say, you've seen these trousers time and time again, but these are the Closet Core Sasha trousers. They're just a real good basic in my wardrobe. I quite like them. I would like to make some more. If I made them again, I'd make them without the pockets in the back. I would do it so that you could see that it looked like they had a pocket, but I just wouldn't put them in. I'm never going to use them, and actually the piece of material that's underneath the pocket gets a bit annoying because they do wrinkle up, so I have to like make sure they're pushed down. But yeah, on the whole, I really like these trousers, and I think the combination of this goes quite well. Although it's quite a summery day, I kind of wish I put a summer dress on now because I think I'm going to get hot. Anyway, I shall love you and leave you. Hopefully when I see you tomorrow, the house will be a little bit tidier and I'll speak to you soon. Bye. Hiya, so it is Saturday today. I didn't record a video yesterday because, well, quite frankly, I had the most disastrous day, and by the end of it, I was ready to cry. So yesterday I had a day off and I was really looking forward to having the day off. I just wanted to get the house massively cleaned and looking really nice and all that kind of thing. And Amy has got her boyfriend coming to stay with us on Monday. He's coming to stay for a week. So again, you know, there was a bit of, you know, got to get everything tidy and ready. And if I can get everything tidy today and do a little bit of cleaning up, and then before he arrives, I can like do a proper dust through, hoover through and all that kind of thing. It'll be nice. Thinking that I could then have Saturday and Sunday to myself. We can go out, do what we want to do, and quite possibly get a bit of sewing done as well, which would be good. But my kitchen sink was not draining away properly, and being impatient, I decided I can do this. I can do it. I can take the U-bend out and sort it all out. So I did, and I cleaned it, and that was really quite disgusting. Basically, I think somebody had poured some oil down it in the week, and that's obviously it clogged it all up. But anyway, it was really disgusting. But I cleaned it all out, I scrubbed it all, I took everything all apart, and we've got a 1.5 bowl sink and a dishwasher. So then I came back to put it all back together, and I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't take a picture of it. Oh my gosh, and I was in an absolute panic. So between all three of my girls and myself, we probably spent about 4 hours trying to put this kitchen sink back together, which we didn't succeed. And then my husband eventually got home, but he had to go out because he teaches coaches a swim class on a Friday night. So he was home for an hour, had a go, no success. In the meantime, my kitchen was getting more and more filled up with things. At one point, we forgot the dishwasher was on, and it started flooding the kitchen. Honestly, it was one of those days where you just think nothing else could possibly go wrong. And I know in the scheme of things, in the scheme of the world and everything that's going on, that's very, very little, but it just felt very stressful. So eventually a very kind friend of ours popped around, who isn't a plumber, but between John and his friend, they managed to kind of get it back together. But we've had somebody professional come out this morning and sort it out. So yeah, disastrous day, and I went to bed feeling quite upset and quite grumpy. But it's all good, it's all fine, it's all fixed, and I suppose I can laugh at it now. And yes, I know I should have taken a photo. The amount of people that have said that to me, where you kind of go, yeah, I know that now. You don't need to tell me that now. That's not going to help. Anyway, I've learnt my lesson. So Saturday today, brand new day, and I've had a very easy morning. The girls and I went to boot camp this morning, which was really good fun. And then for the rest of the morning, we've been very naughty. We had some pastries, kind of chilled out. Amy wanted to play with my hair. I've actually just put it up in a ponytail now, but she was playing with my hair earlier, which was really nice. So yeah, that was really lovely. They've all been off and they've gone and got some plants. So we are going to do a bit of gardening this afternoon, and I'll just very quickly show you here when they arrived home, opening up the van and seeing what they bought. Oh my gosh. Ooh, oh my goodness. Flipping heck. Wow.
There's a big sale.
We're going to have a very pretty garden. Oh, pretty. Oh, I like those.
That was my
choice. They're really pretty. Oh,
look at these. Yeah, I like those
ones. They're nice as well. Oh, I love the colours of those. Lovely. Right, well, we better get busy and get putting them in the garden.
Yeah, they all gotta go. Some of them don't need potting.
Oh, okay. That's very cool.
Rosie.
Right, cheers then, guys. Oh, and John, look, you're wearing a me-made shirt again. Breathing. Oh, and Amy's wearing her home knitted jumper, which actually she gave to me and then has pinched it. So that's going to be a lot of fun this afternoon. So Amy and I we're going to pop out very quickly. We're going to pop over to Make, because she has made a beautiful little top. It's not really a jumper, it's very, very lightweight, and she wants to put a button in the back of it. So she always likes to get a special one rather than just, you know, any old button. So we're going to go over to Make and choose something really special for that. And then when we come back, either I'm going to be helping with a bit of the gardening, or I'm going to be doing a bit of sewing. I'm not quite sure yet. But what I thought I'll also do when I get back later this afternoon is I might do a little bit of a fabric haul, because I have been a bit naughty and bought a few bits and pieces recently. So I thought it'd be quite nice to share that with you and show you. So I'll very quickly show you what I've got on. I have got on one of my favourite dresses, or it's actually a romper rather than a dress, that I made a year or so ago. I got this fabric as sort of an exchange, or a gift in exchange for a blog post from Crafty So and So, and it's a viscose. It's in this really lovely royal blue and black, and it's got like this yellow, it's not really a mandala, but it's that kind of thing. And I had sort of a bit of fun trying to get everything all pattern matched and everything, but it's the True Bias Shelby romper. Now this pattern is fantastic. It comes as a short dress, a long dress, a romper, like a short romper like you'll see in a moment, or a very, very long sort of jumpsuit, which looks a bit like a dress because the trouser section is so big and so sort of flowy and flouncy. So I'll stand up and show you what it looks like. I absolutely love this because I feel like it's quite a flattering shape, but it doesn't feel too big. It has got a little tie in the back, but it's very lightweight, so it doesn't bother me when I sit down or anything like that. The only thing I did different with this pattern is I added pockets. There are no pockets in the actual pattern, but I literally put side seam pockets in, and I'm very glad that I did that because I do quite like putting my hands in my pockets. And because it's in such lightweight floaty fabric, it doesn't add bulk. You know, I feel like this is still quite smooth down. Only problem with this jumpsuit, I would say, is it takes ages to iron. But other than that, it's a really nice, really nice little romper or jumpsuit or whatever you want to call it. And it kind of looks a bit like a dress, but it's not. It is actually, I don't know if you can see, it is actually shorts. So I am feeling like I want to make an awful lot of things at the moment. And like I said earlier in my video, sort of at the beginning of the week, I'm really struggling with finding time and things. But I've started putting together a Trello board of my wish list because I see things and then I forget. So I'm trying to write some things down and add pictures and things like that. And I would like to make this, but as the dress version. I'd like to make the really long version. I think it would be beautiful because I think, you know, this is just such a flattering shape. I love the princess seams that it has that run down the front and the back. I just think True Bias, for me, their body block and what they use is perfect for my body shape. I don't ever really have to do any alterations. So if they bring out a pattern that I like, it's great. It's a bit of a win-win for me. Whereas, you know, other pattern companies, I might have to do some alterations, whether that's, you know, grading between sizes or lengthening or that kind of thing. So yeah, it's really good when you find that, and True Bias is definitely one of those pattern companies for me. Anyway, that's enough for me. I'm going to go off to make. I will come back later today. Like I said, I'm going to do a bit of a fabric haul, and if Amy is successful in buying her button, she has said she might come and do a little show off of what she's actually made as well, so that'll be really cool. Anyway, for now, I'll speak to you later. Bye. Hello, so it is Sunday today and it's the last day of my 1 week me made July. I didn't get back to you yesterday with showing you some of the fabric, but I am going to do that today. It was just such a hot day yesterday, and we had lots of lovely time in the garden, and on top of that, Ellen's boyfriend came over with his puppy. So as you can imagine, a lot of the day was wasted. Maybe we won't use the word wasted because that sounds really awful. Most of the day was spent just playing with the puppy. So I'll try and put a little bit of footage in here of his gorgeous little puppy called Gus. So yeah, he was just absolutely adorable, and we all just fell in love with him. Our dogs weren't quite so happy, but by the end of the day they kind of chilled out a little bit and they were a bit happier. So we only let them go in the garden. We didn't let him go inside, but there was plenty of shade and water and what have you for him to go outside. But we thought it might have been a step too far for the dogs if we took them indoors, all of them together. So yeah, anyway, it was a lovely day. So yeah, so I'm going to share with you some of the things that I've bought recently. And when Amy and I went to make, we actually parked at a place called Devil's Point, and we parked there and walked around to make, and it was such a beautiful day. I've taken a little bit of footage which I've hopefully got on the screen there now for you to see. It was just, oh, it's just lovely, very idyllic and beautiful to see. I feel very privileged and very lucky to live in this part of the world, I have to say. So I did buy a little bit of fabric. I actually ended up buying the dinosaur fabric, which I have had my eye on for ages. I can't remember if I said earlier in the week. If I did, I apologise, but basically I work in a school where every class is named after a dinosaur, and I've seen this fabric at Make for ages and thought, oh, I really want to make something out of it and wear it to school, because I think that would be so fun and the children would absolutely love it. But I don't know what to make at all. Sorry, quick sneeze there. I don't know what to make because it is just a cotton, so it's like a quilting cotton, and it's really lovely. It's really lovely. It's a really nice sort of quality of fabric, but I don't know what kind of actual garment to make. I want to make a dress. I know I want to make a dress. I don't think I want to make just a skirt. I think a summer dress would be lovely, but yeah, it's just trying to work out what I like and what I will wear. I don't think I want to make a shirt dress. I know that's a possibility, but I don't think that's what I want to make. So if you've got any ideas, let me know. But I'm going to show you all of the fabric that I bought recently in just a little bit later on today. So hold fire and have a look at the fabric and tell me what you think, and see if you can come up with some really nice ideas for dresses. So far I've been thinking patine dress, or there's a simplicity dress that I wore last month, which was just made out of a quilting cotton, so that might be quite nice as well. Not sure. Anyway, I'm going to show you what I've got on today. So I have got on, I can't remember the name of the company that the pattern comes from, but I'll put it on the screen. I want to say it's Closet Core, but I might be wrong. But this is the Sally jumpsuit or dress. Now I got this as part of a kit from Guthrie Garney, and the fabric that I've got is like a really beautiful, it's like a green, it is an animal print, I'm pretty sure it's an animal print, greeny white kind of animal print, and I definitely want to make the jumpsuit out of it. But I got this fabric from Minerva and I decided to make the dress with it just as a bit of a trial run to see how it fitted and everything. And I think I've got the size bang on. If I can remember what size I made, I'll try and put that in the description below. But this is the dress version, and the dress comes as a really long dress, but I just chopped it up and made it half the length. So I'll stand up and show you. So it's a really simple little dress. It's just got sort of kind of like a pencil skirt, I suppose. Well, not pencil, because pencil would look like that, wouldn't it? But just a straight skirt then with these side pockets. It's got an elasticated waist. This version that I've made comes with a sweetheart style or v-neck style neckline, front and back. I think, is it on the back? I'm trying to think now. Yes, it is on the back. And it's got these little ties here. Now, like I say, the pattern comes with two different options. You can either make the jumpsuit or you can make the dress, and I really want to make the jumpsuit, but it also comes with different top options. So you can make it like this, where it's got this strappy, like spaghetti strap type style, or you can also make it where it's got sort of little cap sleeves and then there's like a little tie at the back, and I'm tempted to do that style for the jumpsuit. And if I can find pictures of it, sort of the pattern as it comes, I'll show you that on the screen. But yeah, I'm really I was a bit funny when I made this. I think I made it and I thought it was a bit uncomfortable. I thought maybe I'd put the elastic around the waist, because that's how it's sort of joined, the top and the bottom with just a little bit of elastic. Thought I possibly made it a bit tight, but actually I'm quite happy with how this feels today. Sorry, my daughter's come up the stairs singing. You can probably hear her. I don't know if you can. That's okay, Amy. So yeah, so that's what I've got on today. It feels quite nice and light and summery, so that's really good. It's a really nice viscose jersey, so it's nice and lightweight. But I will come back a little later on today and I will show you what I have bought. And if I can, I'll see if Amy will show you the little button that she bought. She bought a button for her top that she made. I'll see if she'd like to show you that and the top that she's made, because it's absolutely gorgeous. Anyway, for the moment, I'll see you in a bit. Bye. Hello, so it is Sunday afternoon and I'm going to do some sewing. But like I said earlier in the week, I've got so many different projects that I want to do, a little bit all over the place with not knowing what to do, but I have got lots of work in progresses. So I think I have decided, and Amy, who's actually sat opposite me doing a little bit of sewing herself, she has said, finish work in progress. So sometimes that doesn't fill me with a lot of joy, but you know what, I'm going to do it. So I had a jumpsuit that I was making. I made this alongside Karen from So Little Time, and we did it as a collaboration. And then I decided to make my own again afterwards, but this time I did it as a sew along. And I have got quite a long way through with the sew along, but doing a sew along is really, really time consuming. And like I said earlier in the week, I ain't got a huge amount of time. So I've decided I'm going to scrap the sew along and I'm just going to make it. So I'll show you what I've got. So this is the jumpsuit. It's the New Look 6446. I really like this jumpsuit. I had quite a lot of fit issues with it, so I have made some alterations to it. And I have practically finished it, and I'm making it in this really, it's plain, but really, really, really bright green fabric. So the true colour doesn't look like what it's coming up on the screen. I don't really know how to describe it, but it's, I think I'm going to look a bit like a frog when I'm wearing it. But anyway, never mind. But it's beautiful. Obviously, it's really creased up because it's been in this big project bag for so long. So I'm just like, do you know what? You're right. I'm just going to get that done. And that is a jumpsuit and a garment out of the way. We're going on holiday in a few weeks' time. We're going to Ireland, and this is such lightweight fabric. If I get this finished, this would be quite a nice garment to wear while I'm there. So I think that is a good plan. Get that done. Get it done. Right. But I'm going to turn the camera around and show you because Amy is working on her quilt. So here's Amy. So we bought a double duvet yesterday, didn't we? A totally plain one.
Yeah.
And we cut it so that we've got the front and the back because Amy's been making a patchwork quilt. I don't know.
Duvet cover.
Duvet cover, sorry, duvet cover. So she's literally used lots of fat quarters that she had, scrap ends of fabric that I've got, and there's no consistency to it at all,
Absolutely
is it? It's just totally random.
Like some of the patterns like upside down and all over the place.
And none of them, it's not a symmetrical
No.
design either, is it? It's just really, really random, which is what you quite like as well, yeah. Isn't it? So yeah, so you're going to be sewing that. So she's got her sewing machine set up on the table there, and we'll probably show you a little bit more in a minute. And I've just realised, Amy, you've got a make on that I haven't shared. Or I did share it, but without you wearing it. It's your rosa shirt dress that's made out of pineapples. Yeah. So yeah. So yeah, I will come back and show you that in a minute. And Amy's actually got a jumper that she's going to show you that she bought her button for yesterday. So I don't know if you want to go and get that and share it, do you?
No.
Yeah, do you want to?
Okay. Hello. So Mum's asked me to talk about what I made this summer. And I made a few things, but this is one of the most special ones that I've made. So here's this. That's the back. And it's called Souffle, and it's by Penrose Knits. She's a YouTuber I've been watching for a while, and she's just come up with a few new patterns, and it's very, very cute. I think I made this in the second size. Yeah, you can't really see very well right now, but Mum will put some pictures of me wearing it. It's kind of, you use one strand for the top half and 2 strands for the second, so the top half's kind of sheer, and I just think it's really nice. It's nice to wear knitwear that's fancy. I can wear it for like a fancy meal or something. So yeah, the wool is silk and mohair. Can't remember what percentages, but it's Lang lace, silk and mohair, and the colour I think is called Snow or number 1 or something like that, but it's just their white one, and it's very cool. And I got a little button for it literally yesterday, and I got that at Make. I can't remember the name properly, but yeah. And it's very cool, and it's used techniques that I've never really done before. So there's a folded hem and folded sleeves here, and I've never done the ruffle before. That was quite cool. It's just literally I picked up something like, I think it was 262 stitches and then quadrupled it, which was quite a lot of knitting. It was only 4 rows, so it's not too bad. And then yeah, it's very pretty and I'm quite proud of it. And Mum's asked me to show it, so. Oh, and there was also the I-cord edging, which I've never, oh, I think I've done once before, but this one's better than the other time I did it. And it's got a little keyhole at the back, so it's easy to put on and off. But yeah, there you go.
Hiya! So wasn't her jumper really cute? I just absolutely love all of the knits that Amy makes, and I know a lot of you have said that you miss seeing Amy and some of the things that she's done, and she has promised me that while she's home in the summer holiday she's going to record a few more little videos of some of the things that she's made over the past 6 months or so that I can sort of input them in some of my videos, so you might see her cropping up again in the next little while. But she was a bit camera shy for a while, and now she's like, oh, I kind of want to show what I've been making, which is brilliant. So yeah, so hopefully you'll see some more of her. So as I promised, I'm going to do a bit of a fabric haul now. I know probably I should do a separate video, but you know what? I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to do it. But it is quite late. It's about 9:30 and I've got my window open. I haven't put my light on. I'm sat on my bed actually. I'm just trying to catch the light as it goes. So hopefully it'll all be like a true colour and everything. But I haven't done it before now because quite frankly, the day's just been so hot and we've all just been kind of doing this all day. Oh, it's too hot. Anyway, what should I start with? I will start with something that I bought, which unfortunately is not an online shop, but it's Haberdashery Fabrics and More in Plymouth. And I went in there to pick up a couple of bits and pieces. And while I think I went in there to get some cotton and a zip actually. And then when I was in there, they had a couple of viscoses and I was like, oh, that's brilliant. And I am really loving the whole flouncy dress thing at the moment and frilly dresses and all that kind of thing, and I haven't really made very many and I want to make them, and I keep buying fabric to make them and then I'm not actually making them up. But I have now got no excuse because I've got so much fabric and so much viscose that I really need to make them. And I've even done a toile of a dress that I really want to try and make, so I think I'm going to probably make it out of one of these. Anyway, stop going on. So this is the first one. This is like a little ditzy floral on a navy blue background, and the flowers are sort of a white and yellow with a little green stem, and it's just really pretty, and it was quite inexpensive. I think it was about £8.50 a metre, which I thought was pretty good value. So I bought 3 meters of that, not with any particular intention in mind, but just with that kind of, if I've got 3 meters, I've got plenty to be able to make something delicious with it. So I'm really excited about that one. So that was the other thing that I said earlier in the week, was that I really want to start trying to come away from getting things which are either dark or plain, or that are flowery but maybe have a really black background. That's quite hard to say. This has obviously got a navy blue background, so it is still quite dark. So I'm trying my hardest not to do that, because I'm loving all the bright colours and things at the moment. I'm just feeling really summery and bright and everything, so I'm going to try really hard. Anyway, the next viscose I bought from there was this one. Now I've got a particular pattern in mind. I quite like this. I just thought that was really lovely. It's like a jadey tealy green with these wonderful sort of circular designs on them. I don't think they're mandalas, but something very similar. But anyway, I just absolutely love those. I thought they were really great. Oh, love this. And again, I bought 3 meters of this, and I would like to make the deer and doe. Oh my gosh, the name has completely escaped me, but it's the really long skirt, and I'll put the name on the screen and I'll put a picture on the screen of what it looks like. I've made this before in a viscose fabric and I absolutely love it. It's just a tiny bit tight for me, so I don't wear it at the moment. So my plan is to make it again in this fabric and to make it slightly looser, or maybe another size up, or not quite so tight on the elastic so that it fits me a bit better. But I just think that fabric is gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. So yeah, oh, I remember the name of it now, Fumatea skirt. So that was the 2 fabrics I bought from Haberdashery Fabrics and More. I then bought, now I can't think where I bought this from, and if I remember I'll try and put the name up on the screen, but I bought this lovely needle cord. Oh, I know where I got it. I got it in I got it in Cambridge. I might have even shown you this already. Have I shown you this on a previous video earlier this week? I might have done. If I have, I'm really sorry. Anyway, when I was away on the weekend, I bought this gorgeous fabric, and it's a fine needle cord in this very lovely powdery pale blue with slightly darker blue and pale pink flowers all over it. And I've bought this with the intention of making some dungarees for my middle daughter, just like the dungarees I made for my youngest in the really bright stuff. I feel like I've got deja vu. I'm pretty sure I have actually shown you this earlier in the week. I should rewatch my videos before playing them, shouldn't I? Anyway, there we go. That's the next fabric. So then I've got a couple of things that I got from Make. Now, one thing I bought a few weeks ago, and this was a real treat. And this is black. I've just realised picking it up, I'm like, oh gosh, actually this is black. But Lizzie has got a range of fabrics at the moment, and they are so special. They're like what would you call it, a jacquard jersey, and they are just the most amazing fabrics, and she's got them in some really unusual colours. But she had made a jacket up using the fabric that I've bought. She's actually made this one, which is the Bespoke Blazer from Sew to Grow. Now, I've not heard of this pattern company before, but it's absolutely gorgeous. This jacket is meant to be for a lightweight fabric, but she'd made it in this much heavier weight fabric, and because when I show you in a second, because of the fabric and the way that it is on both the front and the reverse, it works so well. And so I have got this pattern to try and make this jacket for probably autumn winter kind of going out, but because this fabric was a little bit pricey, I'm probably going to do a few toiles in it first just to make sure. Anyway, this is the fabric. Now, I don't know if you're going to be able to see this up close, but it has a gold thread going through it, and it is just lovely. It's a really nice feel. It hasn't got any stretch to it. It's a woven, so did I say it was a jacquard jersey? It's a jacquard of some sort, but obviously not jersey. A woven jacquard, is that, I don't know, is that what you'd call it? But it's absolutely stunning. However, the reverse is like that. So as you can see, that's going to make an amazing jacket. That as the jacket, and then this with the lapel sort of coming back on it. I just think that's such a lovely look. And the jacket that Lizzie made for herself is amazing. Although she actually tweaked this, and she created these little ruffles to sort of stick out on the shoulders, which really suited her and looked really lovely. I won't be doing that because I'm a bit self-conscious about my shoulders. I always think if I have anything poofy on my shoulders, it makes them look really wide. But yes, that jacket in that fabric I think is going to look gorgeous, and it's going to be great for like a pre-Christmas evening going out, you know, nice jumpsuit, plain black jumpsuit with that on over the top. That would just look gorgeous. So that was my first purchase from Lizzie at Make. And then just recently, in fact yesterday, I went in with Amy and I bought the dinosaur fabric. I think I said earlier I did go ahead and buy it. So I've had my eye on this for ages. This is so far out of my comfort zone, it's unreal. But I just love this fabric. I just think it's so fun. And can you imagine what the children are going to be like when they see it? Because like I say, every single class in the school is named after a dinosaur. There's like pterodactyl and Tyrannosaurus Rex and all the names that I can't pronounce and I cannot spell for the life of me either. So it's a cotton, it's a quilting cotton. It feels really nice. It's a really nice weight. It's not thin. It has a lovely feel to it. But knowing what to make out of it is now my next stumbling block. I have wondered about keeping it very simple because obviously I don't want anything with much in the way of pleats or anything to disturb the pattern. And I did wonder about maybe a Tilly and the Buttons bateen. So I'll pop a picture of that up on the screen. So that's one option. Or maybe to make something that's got sort of a fairly fitted bodice and a bit of a flary skirt. I bought 3 meters of this, but it is narrow fabric, so I'm obviously limited to what I can make with it. But if you have any ideas, please, 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 please put them in the comments, because I would like to make this before I go back to the school in September. And I'm hoping that even though it yet again has a dark background, to it, I'm hoping that this is something that is lightweight enough that I can wear in the summer without tights, but I could probably wear this with black tights and a cardigan in the autumn winter kind of time. So yeah, absolutely cannot wait to make something out of that. Like I say, really out of my comfort zone, but I just couldn't resist it. So there we go. So there's that one. Right, I have then bought a kit from Guthrie Ghani. I know you probably have, if you followed me for a while, you probably know I quite like a Guthrie Ghani kit. And I bought the Emerson pants. I think they're called Emerson. Oh, now I'm questioning myself if that's what they're called. Sorry, I thought I'd just unwrap them because I was rustling. So I actually bought this in the plain navy blue. I just thought, you know what, a navy blue pair of loose fitting trousers is a really great idea. And it is the Emerson. While I was unwrapping it, I just double checked. So it's true bias, and I quite like a true bias pattern. They fit me normally quite well. So true bias Emerson pants, and I've got it in the navy blue colourway, which in this light, oh, actually you might be able to just about see that. You can see that it's a navy blue, so really deep dark navy, and this looks a bit like linen, but it's actually something called Rami or Rami. I'm not quite sure how to pronounce it, and I know that Lizzie has sold this as well at Make, so I've seen it before, and in fact I've actually got a dress made out of it. And it's made from nettles, so it's a really, really natural type of fabric that you can buy, and it softens with each wash, and it does have a little bit of a worn look to it. I think it's not sort of a really, well, a little bit like linen. It kind of looks a little bit sort of slightly like it's been washed out. Is that a fair enough kind of description for it? But I don't think it changes when you wash it. I don't think it gets sort of paler and paler. I think it stays like that. But I quite like it. I quite like the feel of it. And the other thing is that the reason that I bought it was because I quite like the style of the trousers, and I thought that they would be a really good option to make maybe in a viscose as well, which would be quite nice. So I'm going to try and make these first out of the Rami, and then I might, if I like the shape of them, I might make a few more as well. But while I was on the website looking at the Guthrie Ghani stuff, I had another quick look at their viscose. A bit obsessed with viscose at the moment, and I bought this beautiful viscose, and there is no black on that at all. Well, there might be the odd black spot, but absolutely gorgeous. To me, it looks like confetti. I don't know what you guys think, but I just think it looks like confetti. It's slightly more maroon than I thought it was when I purchased it on the website. I thought it was a much brighter red, but I really love it anyway. And I want to make a really nice dress out of that. There are lots of different dresses floating around in my head at the moment that I want to make, like the true bias romper like I had on yesterday. I want to make that in a dress. Oh, I can't think of all of them. There are lots and lots of dresses that I'd really like to make. So yeah, so that is a beautiful fabric, beautiful viscose. And again, I bought 3 meters of it, I think, just to be on the safe side, because that should get me a nice long floaty dress of some sort. Right, last shop. And this time I went online and I bought some fabrics from First for Fabrics, and the fabric came and I'm so delighted with it, and it came with a lovely note from Tamlin from Sewn on the Time, so thank you, Tamlin. So yes, I went on there looking for fabric for the Zadie jumpsuit. So I've seen a few people make this recently. The lovely Helen from Stitch Rip Repeat and Tamlin from Sewn on the Time, they've been doing a collaboration of the Zadie jumpsuit, and it's been one of those patterns that I've kind of toyed over for such a long time of, do I like it or don't I? I'm not really sure. And then Helen turned up to an evening that I saw her at with her toile version of her Zadie jumpsuit on. It was absolutely gorgeous, and like I said, I've just seen quite a few versions, and then I did a little bit of looking on Instagram and saw the different versions that were there, and just thought, you know what, I'm just going to have a go. So I have actually bought, in fact, I've not brought it up with me, I have bought another fabric, which is a I bought it from Hobbycraft actually. It's a really, really cheap, really lightweight, pale blue chambray. And so I'm going to do what I'm hoping is going to be a wearable toile of the Zadie jumpsuit out of that. And I'm going to make it a size down from what my measurements say. So I think my measurements would put me in the size 12 or even verging on 14. But based on what everybody else has said, I'm going to try and make the 10, and I really hope that's okay. I did try on somebody's that was a size 10 and it fitted really, really well, and it certainly wasn't too small in any way, and I feel like the crotch was a little low, so I'm going to raise the crotch by about an inch. So that's what I'm hoping to do, and I'm going to make the cropped leg version of that, how the pattern actually comes, and then hopefully if that's successful I'm going to make it out of the fabric that I bought from First for Fabrics, and it's another viscose, but it's this beautiful teal green background with these little feathery pebbly things on it. I'm not quite sure what it is. Again, I'm having deja vu, like I've shown you this before. Have I? If I have, I'm really sorry. Anyway, so it's really, really lovely. When I sort of saw it online, first of all, I thought it looked like little tiny pairs of shoes, but I think it is actually petals. It's definitely not shoes, but like little petals. But yeah, really, really pretty. And then while I was on there looking at viscoses, which they have an amazing range of viscose actually, I saw that they had activewear products, and I just thought, let's have a little look at that. And oh, her name's completely gone for me, but the baker that sews, and her name is Liz from the Baker That Sews. She has made quite a few pairs of hoobie leggings, I think that's how you say it, from Sew Over It, and I've kind of toyed with the idea of making some leggings, and I've got a pattern from Green Style Creations, I think it is, which are like really, really complicated leggings, and I love the idea of those, but they've got loads and loads of seams all over them. And then I saw Liz from the Baker That Sews, and she'd made some hoobie leggings which have way less seams in them. I think they've just got a seam going through the inside leg. I don't think they've even got a seam on the outside leg. I saw this fabric and I couldn't resist anything that's rainbowy anyway, but this is quite bright. I'm like, just gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. So I'm chuffed to beams with that, and I cannot wait to have a go at making those. And I think I've got enough to make what have I got enough to make? A sports bra as well, which I have got the pattern from Green Style Creations. So again, if I have pictures of all the different leggings that I'm talking about, I will try and put them on the screen. I really am having deja vu that I've talked about this already. I'm so sorry if I have. Right, I think I need to call it a night. I think I'm tired. It's very hot, and we've got Amy's boyfriend coming tomorrow, and we've got all tidied up and all lovely. We've done a bit of cooking, and yeah, I think I'm just ready for bed. So I'm gonna make a move. Thank you so much for sharing the week with me this week. I hope you've enjoyed it. Have a really good week yourselves this week. I hope you're having some time to sew or having a good week in whatever it is that you're doing. But other than that, I will see you all later. Speak to you soon. Bye. I don't know what to make at all. Bless me.